Do you want to add a most recent follower, top donator, most recent subscriber, or any of that fun stuff to your stream? In today's video, I'm gonna be teaching you how you can set that up using Streamlabs, and they're actually called Stream Labels. So if that sounds good to you, drop a quick like on this video so other streamers can find this video, and let me show you how to do it. I'll be showing you how to do this in Streamlabs, but if you want to do this for OBS Studio, then comment down below and I'll make a video separate for that because it's a different process to set up. So we're inside Streamlabs, and if you see, we got a nice starting soon screen here, and if you want this exact one, I got it in my streamer starter pack, which I'll leave linked in the description down below. But in order to add a most recent follower, top donator, or any of those fun stuff, what we first need to do is go to the bottom left corner where you see this little cog wheel, which will lead us to the settings. So click on that, and then we're going to click on the stream option and make sure that our Twitch account is connected here, because this is how we're going to give access to Streamlabs in order to track our donations, our bits, our followers, our subscribers, and all that fun stuff. So make sure that you're logged in with your Twitch account. You can also see that indicated down in here in the bottom left corner. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to progress to the next part. So once you've connected your Twitch account, we're simply going to hit done. And then we're going to go to the sources option where you hit plus. And what we need is actually called a stream label right here. But if you don't see it, you can actually go to the widgets tab at the top right there, and then scroll down to where it says stream label here. And so what a stream label essentially does is it includes text into the stream, such as follower count, last donation, and many others like new followers, new subs, new cheers, new donators, all-time donators, weekly top donators, monthly follows. There's so many different options with this, and it's really nice because it's built into Streamlabs, which it isn't built into OBS Studio, which is why it's an extra pain in the butt. So what we want to do is simply click on add source for the stream label. You can just leave it as stream label if you plan on changing it, but if you already know that it's going to be specifically most recent follower and you want to add more than one, so you can have like most recent follower, top donator, etc., all on one screen in different little parts, then you can do this. That way you're able to separate the two and know what you're actually editing. So you can name it whatever you want and then click on add source. So now we're going to choose the label type. So by default, it is the all-time donator. So we can click on that, and then we can start either scrolling, which you can see there's like pretty much hundreds of options here, which is kind of overwhelming. They got like total subscriber count, total subscriber points. They got session followers. They got total follower count. Literally everything that you're going to need is in here. But if you're overwhelmed like I am, we're going to go and type in most recent. And then there's still a lot of choices here, like most recent sub gifter, most recent donator. We're going to do most recent follower. So that gives us with two options here. We have most recent follower, which is obviously our most recent follower, right? But then we have the session's most recent follower, which means that if you haven't got any followers during your streaming session, it's going to be blank. So I actually just like having most recent follower in general. That way it's always going to display a follower. So now you can choose to edit the label template if you want to like call it something different. Like you can just call it newest follower. I'm not even sure if that's really a word, or new follower. But honestly, I'm just going to hit Control Z and leave it on the default just so everyone knows what we're working with here. So then you can change the fonts and everything. I like using the Google font because I believe it gives you more options. One of the best ones that I like is actually right at the top called Acme. And then what we can do here is then change the font size. Let me actually move this so you can kind of see what it looks like. You can see it's over here in the top left of the corner right there of the screen. So you can adjust the font size, make it bigger. And what I actually like to do is probably use a larger font size than you want to, because what'll happen is if you choose a small font size, like let's say this, I'll hit done, and then I go and I try and make it bigger like this, it's going to be really distorted. So if we actually hit Control Z and double click on that most recent follower source, we can just adjust the font size to be bigger, and that way it's not going to lose that kind of graphic quality to it. So that's why I like using a larger font size, and if it's too big, then you can simply make it smaller because it's not going to lose that quality to it. So let's just say 96, or honestly, let's drop it down to like 72 and we can adjust it later. You can also adjust if it wants to be all uppercase like that, or you can do start case where it's just the first letter of each word, or you can do none whatsoever, and it just depends on whatever font you're using. So I'm gonna leave it on none. You can change the color of it, but honestly, with this color scheme we got going on here, all I wanna do with this is add a little outline. So I'm gonna click on add outline, and then I'm gonna change the color to black. So that way I'll just pick that one right there. I'll click off of that little box. And now I'm gonna change the outline size to maybe like 8. That way it kind of blends in with this this kind of little scheme we got going on here. And so you can obviously adjust other things about the text, but you guys are smart and you can customize it to how you want. What we want right now is to hit done. And then I'm just going to move it to, let's say, the middle of the screen here. And that way it'll show our most recent follower right on our starting soon screen. And so if you obviously wanted to change it to like most recent sub, you could either double click on this and then change the label type to, let's say, most recent sub. It'll be most recent subscriber there, and that'll just have that. So if you wanted to actually change it, you could do the label template as most recent subscriber :space, and then give it a second to update. And then you have most recent subscriber and then the name right there, which will automatically update. So it's really up to you to decide how you want to do it. But if you wanted to add more than one, for example, so we wanted to keep this most recent subscriber, I'll hit done. I'm actually going to make this really easy. I'm just going to right click on this. I'm going to hit copy and then right click on, why is this fruit fly here? We're going to right click and hit duplicate. And then now I'm going to right click again and do rename to most recent subscriber, because that's technically what we did. And now I'm just going to change one of these. So I'm going to click on follower. I'm going to drag this one lower. And then now we're going to edit this one to be the most recent follower. So most recent follower, hit that. And that looks all good. And the reason that I copied it using that little right click and then copy and then paste as duplicate is because I didn't want to have to change the font and the outline and all the other customization that we did. So that just makes it easier for me to do. But if you want to start from scratch every time, that's fine too. All you'll have to do is just add a new source, stream label, add source, and do the same thing we did, except you'll click this add a new source instead button. You can call it whatever you want, and it's the same process. You just rinse and repeat. But personally, I think that's easier, and I think it's a lazy man way to do it, so I'm gonna go with that. But one more cool thing that I wanna show you is that I'm actually going to hide the most recent subscriber. We're gonna move the most recent follower right about here, and you can actually make the text scroll. So what we're gonna do is click on whichever one that we want to edit. We're gonna right click then, and then go to filters, edit filters, and then we're gonna add a new filter. So click that add filter button, and we're gonna choose the one that says scroll. So then we can hit add, and now we can choose to scroll either vertically, which I think would be kind of weird. So we're actually gonna change that back to 0, but we're actually gonna change the horizontal speed to maybe just a little bit. We'll keep it nice and slow. So now you can see that it actually scrolls, but you can see that there's not really much room for the text there. So if you wanted to fix that, we can hit close, and then we're gonna double click on this, and we're actually going to add a space, or a couple spaces really, at the bottom here. So that way we add spaces, hit done, and boom, now you can see that there's a little bit of space there. So it says most recent follower and then the most recent follower. That way it reads off a little bit easier, and that way it's not too confusing because it's all jumbled up into one tiny little box. But you can feel free to customize this as much as you want, but it's really that simple. And if you want to keep taking your stream to the next level, continue watching this playlist to the side of me. My name's Cody, and I'll see you in the next one.